Welcome to Orlando, Florida, today at Camping World Stadium for what ought to be a terrific matchup in the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Ball State's offense will get first crack at it today. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with the win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Right back to the well. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. All right, guys, let's think about Ball State for a minute. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. So Louisiana Tech's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn that.
There he goes! Touchdown Bulldogs! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Ball State gets it back, the offense headed to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to run it. Makes it past the marker. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Johnson looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. They're up by a touchdown here in the first. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Wide open downfield. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. we're back to work after the break, and it is third down. Wants to keep it in the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some and a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
It'll be third and long. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Give to the running back. Gives them some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Presley. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Cardinals are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. The short hands, it's Presley. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And the Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Shavera. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. When to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Play number 10 on this series. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hamilton. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Cardinals had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And now a chance to pull even. First and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he made the extra point without problem. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. This drive will open from the 15. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Johnson looking to throw. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, several notable storylines there, and a first half of a Cure Bowl that absolutely had its moments. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cure Bowl.
The Cardinals will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really anticipating this game so much. 2 very evenly matched teams with a lot of playmakers. We knew this thing could go either way, so for this offense right here in this drive, to start off the second half, David, they need to put put something together to really put pressure on the opponent.
And the thing I like about bowl games, man, is they're exciting. You go for it more on fourth down, less to lose, not as uptight. So I look for this second half to be fun.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
In that third and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
Takes it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Here's a heat. Finds his man. It's Presley. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Johnson wants to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. On the run, it's Phillips. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Phillips. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They'll run the option. Hard running there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. To the air on second down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Off play action on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Presley. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's going to fire deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this, we're going to get this first down, I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter, it's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Johnson looking to throw. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might...
Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
With the catch, it's Presley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Caught over the middle, it's Hamilton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Hamilton.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Grab near the marker, it's Hamilton. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hamilton. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Caught near the sticks. It's Thacker. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Cardinals moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it out fast. Can't get him to the ground.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Wilkerson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Snagged in the middle, it's Presley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Presley. Turning it on to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Jackson.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hamilton. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Right back to the well. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Pocket breaking down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Johnson looking to throw. Going for the big play. Got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
Caught close to the marker. It's Hamilton. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Trying to take it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Defense still with a couple of timeouts. They can force the issue, make the offense snap it again as they take a knee on this one. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So